Hello and welcome and namaste from New Delhi. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Gautam Roy. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveils and initiates a mega development push for Bihar, launching and laying foundation stones of projects worth nearly 36,000 crore Indian rupees. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman launches Niti Ayog's tech report, AI for Viksit Bharat, says AI is capable of giving solutions but it should be used in a controlled manner. Israel's Netanyahu says he doesn't rule out more strikes on Hamas leaders wherever they are, addresses the media jointly with US Secretary of State Marco Rubio in Jerusalem. And Russia warns Europe over seizing frozen assets, threatens retaliation as EU considers using funds for Ukraine. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday unveiled a mega development push for Bihar, launching and laying the foundation stones of projects worth nearly 36,000 crore Indian rupees. This was in Purnia. The highlights include 25,000 crore Indian rupees Peer Penti thermal power project in Bhagalpur, the state's largest private sector investment, and 2,680 crore Indian rupees Kosi Mechi river linking project. The Prime Minister also launched the National Makhana Board, boosting Bihar's dominance in Makhana production, and distributed 500 crore Indian rupees in community investment funds under Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Rural Livelihoods Mission or DAYNRLM. In his address, the Prime Minister lauded the development works undertaken by the double-engine government of Bihar. PM Modi mentioned about the setting up of the National Makhana Board as well, and he slammed the previous governments for neglecting Makhana and its farmers.
पिछली सरकारों ने मखाने की भी उपेक्षा की और मखाना किसानों की भी उपेक्षा की, और मैं दावे से कहता हूं ये जो आजकल यहां आकर के चक्कर काटते हैं ना, उन्होंने मेरे आने से पहले मखाना का नाम भी नहीं सुना होगा। ये हमारी सरकार है जिसने मखाना को प्राथमिकता दी है। साथियों, मैंने बिहार के आप लोगों से राष्ट्रीय मखाना बोर्ड के गठन का वायदा किया था। केंद्र सरकार ने कल ही राष्ट्रीय मखाना बोर्ड की स्थापना के लिए नोटिफिकेशन जारी कर दिया है। मखाना किसानों को मखाने की अच्छी कीमत मिले, टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल बढ़ाया जाएगा। राष्ट्रीय मखाना बोर्ड इसके लिए निरंतर काम करेगा। मखाना सेक्टर के विकास के लिए हमारी सरकार ने करीब 450 करोड़ रुपए की योजना को मंजूर किया।
And reinforcing his commitment to rail connectivity, the PM inaugurated several railway projects and flagged off 4 trains. The PM also joined housewarming ceremonies under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, handing over keys to rural and urban beneficiaries. And earlier in the day, Prime Minister Modi inaugurated the interim terminal building at new civil enclave of Purnia Airport. And Prime Minister Modi also inaugurated the 16th Combined Commanders Conference in Kolkata on Monday. The theme of the conference is Year of Reforms, Transformation for the Future. This is in line with the ongoing modernization and transformation of the armed forces. The Prime Minister complimented the armed forces for the success of Operation Sindoor. He also lauded Indian Army's integral role in nation building, anti-piracy, safe return of Indian citizens from conflict zones. Prime Minister Modi reviewed reforms implemented in the last 2 years and the plan for the next 2 years. The PM also instructed the Ministry of Defence to swiftly implement concrete steps to achieve greater jointness Atmanirbharta or self-reliance and innovation to meet future challenges and to prevail against any eventuality. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, along with Minister for Railways, Information and Broadcasting Ashwini Vaishnav, launched the AI for Viksit Bharat, the opportunity for accelerated economic growth and the Frontier Tech Repository by Niti Aayog in New Delhi. The roadmap presents a comprehensive action plan for India to harness the transformative potential of artificial intelligence and convert it into additional economic value by 2035. Addressing the gathering, the minister said AI is capable of giving solutions for better urban centers and agriculture, but it should be used in a controlled manner.
Should help us give solutions for better city urban areas which exist and for newer urban centers that we may plan. I think we need to have a greater understanding that AI probably is capable of giving us in situ solutions without having to remove people from where they are, but keep them there, but give them the solutions which has been waiting for decades.
Addressing the event, Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav said that artificial intelligence is going to fundamentally change every aspect of life, stressing the importance of India which will be among the frontrunners in developing and adapting AI technologies.
Telecom technology, semiconductors, electric vehicles, biotech, some of the most complex engines, quantum, rare earth, and a few more. These are technologies which we will have to master, we'll have to adopt, we'll have to develop talent pipeline, and we will have to make sure that we remain in the frontier. And over a period of last few decades, the biggest change which has happened and the biggest factor which has joined this constellation of technologies is AI. AI is also going to fundamentally change the way we work, the way we live.
Dr. K. Mudhu Krishnan, a professor of economics from Trichy in Tamil Nadu, has hailed the reduction of GST into 2 slabs, considerably reducing the tax, saying the move will propel the economy from the 4th position to even higher.
So every people are very happy because the biggest company to the lowest company, we are very happy to buying and selling, grow the development of our country. So very happy. We thank to our Pradhan.
Now, Miran Abdul Wahab, a government advisor, has welcomed the GST cuts on consumer goods, highlighting their role in easing the middle class's burden and improving lifestyles.
I really appreciate the initiative which was taken by the Government of India under Narendra Modi ji. Like the GST for the consumer goods, most of the consumer goods have been reduced to 5%, and certain other goods have been slashed down to 0%, which will elevate the lifestyle and the medium class consumer producers, as well as the people who are fighting for the basic needs.
And Union Minister Piyush Goyal has inaugurated the 89th General Meeting of International Electro-Technical Commission at Bharat Mandatam, New Delhi on Monday. The exhibition, featuring 75 exhibitors, showcases innovations in electric mobility, smart lighting, electronics and more, and it will be open to the public from the 16th to the 19th of this month. And speaking at the event, the minister spoke about sustainability and India's growing role in the world's sustainable development and the growth of quality culture in the nation.
As a theme today, fostering a sustainable world is very appropriate. It's the need of the hour. Because India itself is very focused on sustainability as the pillar of growth in our country. We are working on mission mode to build an entire quality culture in the nation. Of course, there are some vested interests who will try to come against our effort to build this quality culture. But I can I'm happy to share with all of you that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is somebody very, very committed both to quality and to sustainability.
Let's now move on to West Asia, where U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has met Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Jerusalem on Monday as part of a three-day visit to Israel. The meeting takes place as Israel is continuing its campaign against the Hamas in the Gaza Strip and prepares to advance on Gaza City. The visit also comes against the backdrop of Israel's recent efforts to target Hamas leadership in Qatar. Addressing a joint press conference along with Israeli Prime Minister, Marco Rubio vowed that Washington would provide unwavering support to Israel in achieving its goals in Gaza, as he called for the eradication of the Hamas.
Gaza deserve a better future, but that better future cannot begin until Hamas is eliminated. That better future and that kind of peace is not even possible until the hostages are released, all of them, every single one. And so that's what we continue to be focused on. That's what the President wants to see happen, and that's what you can count on our unwavering support and commitment to see come to fruition. As far as the President's been clear on the ongoing issues in Gaza, and that is that every single hostage, both living and deceased, needs to be home immediately.
Rubio also promised Israel that the U.S. will maintain maximum pressure on Iran to prevent it from developing a nuclear weapon following a June military campaign.
That's why the President continues with our campaign of maximum pressure. There will continue to be maximum economic pressure on Iran until they change course. That's why we are encouraged to see our partners in Europe begin the process of snapping back sanctions on Iran. They are clearly out of compliance with what was already a flawed deal to begin with. And we encourage them to continue down that road. We 100% support that. That is exactly what needs to happen.
Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, on his part, said that he wishes to extend personal gratitude to U.S. President Trump and said that the American-Israeli alliance has never been stronger than it is now. He said that Trump is the greatest friend Israel has ever had in the White House, and this friendship will be forever cherished.
The alliance has never been as strong as it is now. And the president has been an outstanding global leader. He's really transforming the world to better all of us. And I can again repeat what I've said time and time again. He's the greatest friend that Israel has ever had in the White House.
And Netanyahu also said that the visit by U.S. Secretary of State was a clear message that the United States stood with Israel.
Your presence here in Israel today is a clear message that America stands with Israel. You stand with us in the face of terror, in the face of the incredible, I would almost say, Middle Ages lies that are directed against us, the rising anti-Semitism in the world, and the really the weak governments that are putting pressures on us because they collapse under the pressure of Islamist minorities and incredible vilification.
Meanwhile, leaders of Arab and Islamic countries have begun arriving in Doha to attend a summit following the recent Israeli attack in Qatar. The meeting is expected to discuss regional stability and the impact of the attack, with a draft resolution highlighting concerns over peace efforts and normalization of ties in the Middle East or West Asia. Let's now get to some more quickfire international updates. In eastern Congo, conflict since January has forced farmers to abandon coffee crops now rotting in fields. Rwanda-backed M23 rebels seized key areas, halting production and exports. The crisis threatens Congo's coffee revival, with 2023 output at 62,000 tons now at risk. In Lagos, Nigeria, endangered sea turtles are hunted for food and trade during nesting season, but conservationist Chinedu Mogbo rescues and rehabilitates them through his Green Fingers Wildlife Initiative. In Japan's Yokohama, the Vietnam Festival in Kanagawa has opened, drawing thousands of visitors. The event featured outdoor shows, traditional music and water puppetry alongside nearly 100 booths offering Vietnamese cuisine and handicraft. The two-day event is expected to welcome around 100,000 visitors. Vietnam's capital, Hanoi, has secured the second spot in Time Out magazine's list of Asia's top 10 street food destinations. According to the UK-based publication, the city's culinary appeal lies in its blend of tradition and modernity. And still to come in this edition of DD India Live. South Korean government investigates possible human rights violations after over 300 workers were detained by US ICE authorities and deported. Turkish court delays decision on removal of Republican People's Party leader and 2023 Congress cancellation. And Indian fast bowler Mohammad Siraj is named ICC Men's Player of the Month for August.
Can the US launch a bombing campaign against Iran? The Philippines vessel suffered structural damage. The saga of child sexual abuse is the United States China's debt trap strategy. Truth is stranger than fiction. But sometimes hard to uncover. Trust us to tell the truth, unadulterated and pure, of every story that matters to you. You read between the lines, cut the clutter, and connect the dots to get you the full picture. Watch Connecting the Dots at these times with me, only on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Gautam Roy. The Kremlin has warned EU countries that expropriation of frozen Russian assets by European states would harm the Western financial system. Earlier, Russia warned it would go after any European state which seeks to take its assets. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov further added that NATO was fighting against Russia by providing direct and indirect support to Ukraine.
Beside the fact that it will significantly undermine credibility of the Western financial system, it will also be subject to legal action by Russia, which will be defending its property right in the legal field. NATO is de facto involved in this war. NATO is providing direct and indirect support to the Kyiv regime.
Romania summoned Moscow's ambassador to the foreign ministry protesting the entry of a Russian drone into its airspace during an attack on neighboring Ukraine. The intrusion comes days after fellow NATO member Poland said it had shot down Russian drones which had violated its airspace as Moscow launched a barrage against Ukraine. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has accused the Kremlin of testing Romania and wanting to bring the war to Poland and the Baltic with the intrusions. Earlier on Sunday, NATO member Romania had said that Moscow's actions posed a new challenge to Black Sea security. Meanwhile, the Russian embassy in Romania has said a drone incursion in Romanian airspace was a provocation by Kyiv. The South Korean government is investigating possible human rights violations after over 300 South Korean workers were detained by US authorities. The detention took place during a raid at an electric vehicle battery plant in Georgia. South Korea has expressed strong regrets to the US, urging that its citizens' rights be respected during law enforcement actions. This incident comes at a time when South Korean companies are planning significant investments in US to avoid high tariffs under a trade deal. A Turkish court has postponed a decision about whether to remove the leader of the main opposition party, the Republican People's Party, and cancel its 2023 Congress. The case, which added to the country's political tensions, was adjourned until the 24th of October. The judge is looking into accusations of irregularities involving the party and its chairperson, Ozgur Özel. In a separate legal investigation, many CHP members, including Istanbul's mayor and main rival to President Erdogan, Ekrem İmamoğlu, have been imprisoned while awaiting trial for alleged corruption and links to terrorism. US President Donald Trump has said that trade talks with China had gone very well and hinted at a deal being reached to resolve issues the US has had over TikTok's ownership. The Republican president said he would be speaking to Chinese President Xi Jinping on Friday, and officials and his trade czar have also held media briefings, including Scott Bessent, as well as we have had Greer talking about it as well, confirming the deal related to TikTok. Germany's largest state, North Rhine-Westphalia, saw elections yesterday. It's the country's industrial center and can be considered to be the industrial heartland. Lars Holter is with Deutsche Welle and joins me from Berlin. Well, good evening to you, Lars. What can you tell us about the election results there?
Thanks for having me. Well, let's start with the winner of the election. That's the center-right Christian Democratic Union, the CDU. They got a 33.3%, so exactly 1 of every 3 votes were cast for them. Now, the CDU is the party of Chancellor Friedrich Merz, if you look at nationwide federal politics, but it's also the party that had been governing in North Rhine-Westphalia for the last couple of years in a coalition with the Green Party. That party, however, the Greens, they had a pretty bad night as the votes were counted. The Greens saw the biggest drop over 4 years ago and came in at a 13.5%. Only the 4th largest party now. Also down are the center-left Social Democrats, and that is somewhat of a tragedy. The SPD, as they are called, were long the strongest party in that particular industrial part of Germany that was home to mining and refining and the heavy industry. Yesterday's election seems to show that the party is losing their clientele, that the working class does no longer identify with them, many of them either moving further left or to the right, where the extreme right-wing AfD stands.
All right, so things are moving in a certain direction as far as Germany is concerned. Thanks a lot for joining us for the moment, Lars Holter from Berlin. Now, on the 15th of September 1959, Indians got their very own public service broadcaster as it started beaming black and white programming for a limited duration each day. And today, DD or Doordarshan has become a trusted name in every Indian household. Take a look.
Doordarshan, the public service broadcaster and first TV network of India, has completed 66 years of its service today. It is now available in HD formats, not just terrestrial but satellite also, and also on streaming websites and social media platforms. It boasts of 35 regional and other specialized channels across its network. Apart from broadcasting parliamentary proceedings, sports tournaments, hockey, cricket and football matches, Khelo India Games and Olympics, landmark events are also covered live, be it the launch of satellites, disasters, wars, government functions and local and general elections. This apart from the TV serials and game shows and song and dance programs which entertain and educate too. Bureau Report, DD India.
Let's now talk about sports and talk about the Asia Cup, the T20 international contest that is going on as far as the UAE is concerned. Now, in the second match of the day, Sri Lanka is looking to build upon their perfect start at the Asia Cup as they face a struggling Hong Kong in Dubai. Sri Lanka, who won the Asia Cup last time in the T20 format, ticked all boxes in their opening encounter. They met Hong Kong, who lost 2 games in a row, with its batters having a tough time against the more accomplished opponents. Indian pacer Mohammad Siraj has been named the ICC Men's Player of the Month for August 2025 for his match-winning spell against England in the 5th Test. Siraj picked up 9 wickets across both innings and helped India secure a thrilling win by 6 runs. As a result, the well-fought series ended at 2-2, which is a draw, but India kept the trophy since it had won the last time. The fast bowler was also named the player of the match in the final test for his efforts. The right-arm pacer pipped New Zealand's Matt Henry and West Indies' fast bowler Jayden Seales for the monthly award. Australian schoolboy sprint sensation Bharat is set to make his major international debut on Wednesday at the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo. Ahead of his run, Bharat said that he would consider his debut a success if he runs a personal best in the 200 meters event. Bharat has earned comparisons with sprinting great Usain Bolt after breaking the long-standing Australian 200 meters record. He improved his record to 20.02 seconds in June and said he was excited about the prospect of coming up against the best of the world. Bharat stated that he is bidding to become the first Australian to go under the 20-second barrier in the longer sprint.
It's been like a long process. Like this time last year, I was at World Juniors, so coming out here in my first open outdoor season is amazing, and I'm really excited to be out there running against the best in the world. Definitely aiming for more, for sure. Like obviously, there's that sub-20 barrier I'm aiming for as well. So obviously, when I get that, it will obviously break the record as well. So I'm just aiming to run faster than I ever have, and just going out there, running rounds, hopefully, and just running that, beating really fast and just having fun with it. So.
And that's all we have for this edition of DD India Live, but let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. And for those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India's mobile app. It's available on both Android and iOS. Just scan the QR code, download the app. And we'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Gautam Roy, and from all of us here in Delhi, thanks for watching DD India Live.